studies in biology? Although the answer to this question may seem clear, it is not always simple to define life. Hi, I'm April Joy de Rebuya. You can call me EJ, a second-year BSECON student. So for today's video, let's talk about the characteristic of life. As I was saying, biology has struggled with the following issues since its inception. What are the characteristics that all living things possess in order to be considered alive? To put it simply, how do you know if something is alive? All living things share the number of essential characteristics or functions. When taken as a whole, these characteristics represent the features that define life and are shared by all living creatures. For today's discussion, I will share to you my mnemonics for these characteristics of life. CGERR HEH. Figure, dinala sa ER for regulation HEH. Means C. Cellular organization. D. Growth and development. E. Environmental sensitivity and responsiveness. R. Reproduction. R. Regulation. H. Heredity. E. Energy processing or metabolism. H. Homeostasis. First, the characteristic of life, cellular organization or order. Cell organization or order is the arrangement of components in a cell, which is the smallest and most essential component of all living things. Simply said, this indicates the cell makes up all living things. It makes no difference if those cells are those of fungus, bacteria, animals, or plants. Second, growth and development. Whether it be a growth in size or a change in shape, all living things experience growth over their lives. Typically, the size of unicellular organisms only increases through time. Their looks haven't changed all that much. Typically, multicellular creatures go through a process called development. We frequently confuse the words growth and development in our daily life. However, they actually mean the same thing. In biology, distinction has considerable significance. Growth is a measurable increase in size. Development refers to a structural change. Third, environmental sensitivity or responsiveness. An organism must react in some way to a stimulus in order to be regarded as alive. All forms of life have the capacity to respond to environmental stimuli. For instance, the variation in light, heat, gravity, sound, and chemical and mechanical contact all have an effect on living things. Activities within an organism are coordinated by a network of nerves and a variety of hormones, which operate as chemical regulators. Living things display responsiveness, non-living things do not. Numerous factors cause organisms to react. For instance, plants may climb on walls and fences, sway towards the light source, and react to touch. Even microscopic bacteria can migrate in either direction to pass chemicals or light, a process known as chemotaxis, phototaxis, respectively. A positive response is thought to be a movement in the direction of the stimulus, whereas negative response is thought to be a movement away from the stimulus. Three components each perceive an event as a stimulus. Receptor is the one who first detects the stimuli. The neurologic system, the receptor's control center, receives the signal and acts accordingly. An effector receives a signal from the nervous system after it has taken a decision. Number 4, reproduction. Something must be able to reproduce in order to be considered alive. Humans and other multicellular organisms reproduce sexually, but bacteria and other single cell organisms reproduce asexually. It's crucial to keep in mind that living things reproduce in both scenarios. Bacteria are an example of an asexual organism that may reproduce in its own code by narration. To produce an offspring, sexual organisms like humans require both sex cells and the process called fertilization. Number 5. Regulation. Even the tiniest organisms are intricate, requiring a variety of regulatory mechanisms to coordinate internal processes, react to stimuli, and withstand environmental pressures. Transport of nutrients and blood flow are two instances of internal processes that are regulated by an organism. Organs distribute oxygen throughout the body, remove waste, give nutrients to every cell, and regulate body temperature. Number 6. Heredity. Every living creature has genetic material that it can pass on to its progeny. In fact, DNA or RNA stores every living thing's genetic information. From bioscience to people, advantageous features are passed down through genes to the offspring. For humans, this genetic material contains genetic information that determines, among other things, our eye color, skin color, and hair type. Unfortunately, our genetic makeup can also pass on errors, mutations, and features that are harmful. Heredity is what gives life its existence, whether produced or eaten. Number 7. Energy processing or metabolism. Metabolism is a term for the rapid chemical material turnover that occurs in living things. Chemical reactions take place inside of cells, tissues, organs, and living things to carry out a variety of tasks that maintains the organism's life. All living things need an energy source to carry out their metabolic processes. Number 8. Homeostasis. In order to maintain the relatively small range of circumstances required for cell function, living organisms regulate their internal environment. Homeostasis is the maintenance of a constant internal environment. Your body needs to keep its internal environment steady. For instance, in every inhalation, you have to exhale after every inhale. You must get rid of food waste if you consume it. You will experience thirst if you don't consume enough water for your body's needs. Thermostats, which control room temperature in homes and buildings, are the mechanical equivalent of body temperature, a homeostatic biological mechanism. Cells require the suitable environment, including the right temperature, pH level, and chemical concentration, in order to function properly. These conditions could, however, change at any time. To sum it up, there are 8 characteristics of life, namely cellular organization, growth and development, environmental sensitivity and responsiveness, reproduction, regulation, heredity, energy processing or metabolism, and homeostasis. I hope you enjoyed the topic I discussed and learned something cool about the characteristics of life. I will end with this. You can even begin to understand biology. You can understand life unless you understand what it's all there for, how it arose, and